Hi, Julie Jules, Cruise Companion. When you're on social media, people have a lot of questions about cruising. Here are 9 questions that I hear all the time and what I think my answers would be for each of those. One of the most common questions that's asked on social media is, should I fly the morning of a cruise? And what time should I book my flight after a cruise? There are 2 very simple answers to each of that. 1, do you want to miss the cruise? No. Fly in the day before. Fly in the day before, get a hotel either close to the area or in the city centre, and then catch a taxi to the cruise terminal the morning of the cruise. So the answer is fly the day before or miss the boat. The amount of stress and anxiety flying the day of, I've been in situations where I've even been driving the day of, got caught in a cyclone, the car literally stalled at the park and ride, and I had to get the car towed, and it was a complete and utter disaster, but I did make it to the cruise ship. So the potential for me to miss a cruise, even from driving from an hour and a half away, is there if you have an accident. And what about what time do I book my flight after the cruise? Anything after midday. The cruise company wants you off by 9 o'clock so that they can turn the boat around for 12 o'clock. They've got to clean all of those cabins. They've got to load all the produce on, get all the waste off. You get off the boat anywhere between docking time, 6:30, 7 o'clock. They want you off the boat by 9 o'clock. So depending on how far your airport is from the cruise terminal, any flight after midday should be reasonable. Another question that comes up on social media is, do I need to tip? Gratuities is something that Australians do not get their head around. It is an element of nickel and diming that the cruise companies are doing for not paying their crew a reasonable wage. And until we can get that sorted and everybody in the world to have a living wage, unfortunately, tips are going to be something that you have to consider. Don't forget that tips are often hidden within products. They could be called service fees or charges, or they could be called a number of names. Budget for tipping. People that are on a very tight budget will often ask the question on social media is, what is that $200 being held on my bank account? That is something that you sign up for when you sign your cruise contract, that the cruise company is going to put a hold on your account for any onboard expenses. The bank will release that after a period of time, and depending on your bank, could be anything up to a few days to weeks. So when you are budgeting, if you're on a really tight budget at home, keep in mind $200 will be put on hold at least for a portion of time when you have booked your cruise and when you're on your cruise, not when you've booked your cruise, when you're actually done your online check-in and on your cruise. Budget for that so you don't get a shock. But I don't want to use my credit card. People ask on social media, I want to use cash. Fine, use cash. Bring cash with you. Put it on your card anytime during your cruise. It doesn't have to be on the immediate first day. Over the period of your cruise, put on cash onto your Sail and Sign card, your Key to the World, whatever the name of the company's card is. Keep a running check on your onboard account so that things are not double charged, for example. Always keep an eye on your expenditure. Don't get lulled into buying other nickel and dime stuff. Can I use cash? Yes. Do you have to put it on before you get on board? No. Don't panic. As long as you put enough money, cash, onto your onboard account, by the time the cruise is over, to cover all of your expenses, your credit card or bank card will not be charged. When I see this one on social media, I have to bite my tongue, because it's, to me, the most insane question ever. Is there food on the cruise ship? Is there food in the fare? Actually, no, we get you into the middle of the ocean and starve you. Yes, food, complimentary food options are in your cruise fare. There are additional items like specialty dining, chef's tables, wine tasting or whiskey tasting. There are other nickel and dime stuff that they will charge you. Yes, they will feed you. There will be an element of formal dining with 3-course meals. There'll be casual dining with a buffet style, whether it's you serving yourself or whether it's the crew serving you a portion. Yes, you do have food on a cruise ship. These last 4 are just a couple of extra peeves that I'm just going to comment about. 1, don't hog the sunbeds, don't hog the solariums, don't hog anything. Go utilize it for a period of time and then move off. Bars can be very busy places, especially on embarkation night when everybody is excited about being on the cruise, or on theme nights or whatever. Bars can get really, really busy. Don't push in, just wait your turn. Pushing in is also something that can be also related to the buffet. If there is an item that you particularly want, just join the end of the queue. Don't push in. Extra special message: be kind to all the crew. Everybody on this ship is doing something for you, on behalf of you, that you have paid for. Whether it is the guy mopping the pool deck, whether it's the person serving your food, the person serving your drink, or the captain or the second in charge driving the boat. Everybody is there to make your day as happy and easy going as possible. Be nice to all of the crew. Another question on social media is, are there children on board? I don't want to be around the children or the children. There are children everywhere. You can't get away from children. Yes, there are better behaved children in some aspects and not so well behaved children in other aspects. Children are everywhere, but there are adult only areas. You can be away from children if you want. You can join in with the children if you want, within reasonable limits. Children are everywhere. Cruising is for everybody, from very young to very old. Children are there's only a limited amount of children on a cruise ship, because if they are joining in with the kids clubs, there's a limited capacity. So when you are booking, it's not uncommon if each age group has reached their cap or their limit. Children might not be, you could not book an extra child onto the boat. That was historical stuff from what I remember in the past. Could be different now. Wait and see. Anyway, that's just 9 things that I think are pretty important. Some of the things that bug me on social media. Maybe I should get off social media. There's a key. This is Jules Cruise Companion saying stay safe, everybody, and happy travels.